Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today we're doing one of the most requested videos from you guys over the last several months. I've had a lot of you guys asking for me to do some type of real estate investing type video where I talk about how to invest in real estate, like some of the best tips. So basically what I'm doing today is I'm going to tell you the 3 most important factors, in my opinion, being someone who's involved. I have a real estate marketing company, so I'm not really into the buying and selling part. I'm more like how to market the property, right? But I know, and I'm around a ton of people who are extremely successful in real estate. And from that, I've basically learned a lot about real estate over time, over the course of the last year and a half since I started my company, right? So I'm going to give you kind of the 3 most important things to look for when you're investing in a real estate property that you want to flip. Maybe you want to flip that property, and make some money off it. Maybe you're just buying a house because you want to live there for the next 5 to 10 years. What are some of the things you should look for in those kinds of things, guys? So I'm going to share the 3 most important with you guys today. I hope you enjoy this. Let's get into it. Number 1, location. Location, location, location. Now, location is so key. Anybody who's involved in real estate will tell you location is so key. But what specifically is so key about the location? Well, one is a big factor not a lot of people take into account is there land to expand for more housings, more communities right around you? When you have a successful area, right? It's when a lot of people want to live in that area, but there's not a lot of land to expand around it. It's just like anything else in the economy, right? Supply and demand, supply and demand. If there's too much supply and not enough demand, you're going to have low prices. However, if there's a lot of demand and there's low supply, you're going to have ridiculous prices. Look at an area like Manhattan. Why are Manhattan prices so ridiculously high? Well, because a lot of people either need to live there or want to live there, right? And there's nowhere to go. Where the hell else are you going to put any land? You got to put a skyscraper to the sky because there's no more land. Why are Los Angeles prices so freaking high? Because there's no more land. Los Angeles is all built out. Everywhere you can build in Los Angeles, pretty much if you want to build something new in Los Angeles, you need to tear something old down to get it in there. And a lot of people want to live in Los Angeles. And you go across any place out there. Look at London prices. Look at Singapore. Look at anywhere out there. They're going to have ridiculous prices because a lot of people want to live in those places or have to live in those places, and there's nowhere else to build around them. So when you're looking into buying a house for yourself, or if you're looking to flip a property or something like that, or just invest in a property and maybe rent it out, things like that, think to yourself, okay, literally look around your physical space. Is there a lot of land to expand over there, over here, within a mile radius? Things like that, guys, is a huge factor in getting good prices. And then another thing to take into account with location is low crime rates. If this is a high crime ridden area, your prices you're going to get are going to be much, much lower. If you're in an area where there's always shootings, the crime rates are bad, then not a lot of people are going to want to live there. So you're going to be very limited on the upside you can get. If you buy a property that's in a lower crime type area, you're going to get much higher prices because who wants to live in a crime-ridden area? No one. No one wants to live in a crime-ridden area, guys. Not even people that are involved in criminal activities want to live in a crime-ridden area, believe me. So that's another big factor with location. Another big factor with location is think about where people want to be, especially if you're investing for the long term. You're planning on buying a place to rent it out. If you're flipping a place, this doesn't matter so much. But if you're buying a place to rent it out, or you're buying a house for yourself, think about where people want to live 10 years from now. You got to kind of have a vision to see, okay, what type of areas in my city are people going to want to specifically live in 10 years from now? Is this still going to be a hot spot? Or maybe it's not a hot spot right now, but then maybe that they're constructing a big, huge mall that's going to be super nice and elegant and whatnot right down the street from where that house you're going to buy is. Maybe things like that. Those are the type of things you need to think about. Where do people want to live if you're investing for the long term? If you think 5, 10, 15 years out, are people going to want to actually live over here? Is this still going to be a cool area? Will this be a cool area by then? Things like that, guys. Think about those, a very big factor. And the last thing to think about as far as location goes is you want to think about the school system. Very big for parents. I never thought about this before I had a kid, but so many parents care about what the school system is. Are those schools ranked high? What type of other kids are my kids going to be around? Things like that. People think about that. So look up the school system. See how they're ranked. Look at the specific schools that kids would go to, the elementary school, the middle school, the high school. Look at all three of those because they're all vital. See what, are the good things about those schools, bad things, and kind of compare them to different areas of town. And then you can kind of make a decision, is this a good school system? Are these going to be good schools that if somebody bought this property or rented this property from me and they had kids, would they look at this and be like, yeah, that's a really good school system? I can tell you, pretty much any area around America, you can go to the nicest, or not nicest, but the best school systems, the best schools generally have a lot higher housing prices within a 1 mile radius, 2 mile radius, 3 mile radius, guys. It's just how it works. So pay attention to the school system. Number 2 thing we're looking at here, guys, is you want to look at the comps per square foot. So you want to look at recent sales that happened within the last 6 months, maybe 12 months in that particular area of the house you're looking at. And you want to see where are the comps as far as how much is a house over here selling for square footage wise versus the house I'm looking at, right? Maybe this house, maybe the house I'm looking at, they want $300 per square foot. But the one down the street sold for only $250 per square foot 3 months ago. Then you go ahead and now you have leverage and talking power and saying, hey, you know what, this house, you guys are trying to get $300 a square foot for this. The other house sold down the street 3 months ago for $250 a month. Then you can start negotiating, talking back and forth and some of those kinds of things, guys. Pay attention to those and use them to your advantage. Now, at the same time, if, say, the comps for that particular house you're buying is lower than the house down the street, you might not want to bring that up or something. Or maybe they're trying to sell the comps for this particular house you're trying to buy for the same price as the house down the street, right? But the house down the street had brand new flooring in, they had modern countertops, they had nice sinks, all these kinds of things. Then you go ahead and say, hey, okay, this house does not have those type of things. You cannot get the same comp square footage as that. And then you have a lot of negotiating power there, guys, to talk them down, those kinds of things. So definitely pay attention to the comps. How much per square foot is the house down the street selling, the house, over the street, those kinds of things, guys. Very important. And the last thing, number 3, is you want to think, how modern is the property? How much money am I going to have to put into this property to maybe get it modernized? Very, very important, guys, especially with the middle class and up. The middle class and up, they like modern houses. I mean, the amount of houses that are sold that are modern versus not modern, I mean, a modern house goes like that. A house that's got the most modern countertops and the stainless steel fridge and, the nice flooring, those kinds of things. Those houses sell freaking fast. Why do you think people buy brand new houses? They don't just buy them because, things might not go wrong with them, because things do go wrong with new houses. Believe me, there's some builder problems out there. But a lot of them buy them because they got the nicest new little countertops and they got the nice flooring in it. The lighting looks all nice and those kinds of things. Very important keys. So when you're going to buy that property, think about those kinds of things. And then when you're going to talk price and negotiate, think, okay, point out some of these things. Those countertops, those are cool maybe 30 years ago, but I'm gonna need to replace those. You got green carpet over there. What's that green carpet? I'm gonna need to replace that. Things like that. You have a lot of talking points, a lot of negotiating points to go back and forth with, guys. So I hope this helped you immensely today in kind of knowing the 3 most important things that when it comes to real estate investing, whether you're trying to flip a property, whether you're trying to just buy a property to rent it out, or whether you're trying to buy a house for yourself and for your family and those kinds of things, guys. So let me know what you think about these 3. If you have any other good ones you want to add, go ahead and leave that in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys on this. This is a rare opportunity to get me talking real estate. So very rare thing here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you just came across this channel, you may want to subscribe. We talk personal finance in the channel. We talk entrepreneurship. I'm an actual business owner. I give away so many business tips. And we talk stock market investing, the most of everything. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.